Hey everybody, Chris Pirillo here with Chris Widener, and he is the first coach in 12 coaches. I don't know, have you really numbered the coaches at all?
Well, I am number one.
Okay,
so,
gotcha. Just want to make sure. I'm the number 2 Chris in 12 coaches. But we had such a good run last time sitting down and talking about certain topics that I enjoy talking about in technology since I'm the tech coach, that I asked him to come over again, and he was happy to do that, and so he's here right now. And today, as a matter of fact, as we're recording this video, Microsoft just announced something called Office 365, and I've got it here on my iPad. Well, the website, not the actual Office software. Right now, although I've heard rumors that Office software is coming to the iPad, I cannot confirm nor deny, if that's true. But the idea of Office 365 is really the way Office is going to be from now on. And so I wanted to kind of break it down.
So let me ask you.
Sure.
Because I'm used to, and again, I always tell Chris, I think it's great to have me here because, I'm like most of you guys, I actually feel like I'm a little advanced in technology, but there's so much I don't know. So Microsoft, I used to, you pay $500 for an Office suite, although, dirty little secret, people who live around Seattle usually have a Microsoft friend, and they're like, hey, can you get me something at the store? Anyway, I'm paying $50 for whatever. But most people are paying $300 to $500 for some sort of suite kind of thing. And, of course, they're being chased this direction by Google and others to bring down the price, make it web-based. So are they still going to do the box, or are they moving this way?
I think they'll still do the boxed software for the foreseeable future, because some people don't want everything. They just want just one thing, maybe just Excel or Word or PowerPoint. I mean, these are really the traditional Office suite titles. But here's the genius, I think, of what Microsoft is doing with Office 365 compared to the old way. The old way, you bought box software. It was hundreds of dollars, and that's the version you got, period, end of story. You had to get a different license for every particular computer, and it was very difficult to maintain that velocity, because then in another 2 or 3 years, when they release a new Office suite, you'd have to spend another $500. Right. And it was just the old way of thinking. The new way of thinking, Office 365 is $99 a year, $100 a year, less than $10 a month, and you don't have to worry about any kind of updates or upgrades. I mean, it'll just automatically come in, kind of like,
because it's all web-based. It doesn't sit on your computer.
No. You download it. There is an Office based through SkyDrive. You can get to a virtual version of Office or a web-based version of Word or Excel or PowerPoint. Really, a Google Docs competitor. And we've talked about this before in 12 Coaches, so I don't want to belabor the point. But this is the traditional downloadable software to the PC or the Mac, or Windows PC or Mac, but it's also got a handful of bonuses in there as well, as my wife messages me during this video and screws up what I'm trying to do. It's okay. Sorry, hon. She's probably not going to see this. So you get, for 5 PCs or Macs, plus select devices, they say, you get also 20 gigs of SkyDrive storage. That's that cloud-based storage we talked about.
What would you normally pay for that? Because I'm looking at price value. Like, I'm looking at the 99 and...
Well, okay, so I'll continue. 60 minutes of Skype calls per month. So you get all these value adds, not just access to the software suite. Think about it this way. How much do you pay, let's just say, Netflix on a monthly basis?
We'll have a Roku box.
Okay.
For another video.
Any kind of subscription provider, it's probably going to lie between $5 and $10 a month. Even Spotify, where you can listen to music, or Pandora, where you can listen to music, it's really competitive. I mean, it's priced extremely competitively for what Microsoft is offering. Access to the latest version of Office at any point in time, additional cloud-based storage, calling on Skype, a certain amount of minutes per month, because you can do Skype to Skype calls for free, but Skype to a phone call costs you money. Well, now you get 60 minutes a month.
So the way I look at it is let's call it $400 typical for one box.
Right.
Now you're getting,
over the course of 3 years.
Right. Okay, but now you're getting,
that's the next upgrade.
You're getting 5 boxes, or 5 seats.
Right.
So essentially 5 boxes. For $100 a year, so you're at $300 for the 3 years until the upgrade. What's 20 gigs of SkyDrive? Is that...
it's difficult to measure exactly. I haven't looked at what Microsoft prices it versus what Google prices it versus what Dropbox prices it.
So the value,
it's competitive.
You're basically saving $100. I mean, when you look at it, kind of when you try to make it apples to apples, you're saving $100 over 3 years.
You are, but more than anything, is it worth spending money on is my question. And that's been my question of Microsoft Office, forever. I mean, Yes, I do believe it's a value. I do believe you are
Right.
saving money in the long run. Microsoft's pulling you closer into their ecosystem. They're likely
Always
to
up to date.
Right.
To a lot of people, that's a nice deal, right?
That,
It's just
to
like
me-
a small business person's like one less headache. I turn it on and boom, it's all done. It's done in the background overnight while I'm at home or
You
whatever.
don't have to think about
yeah,
it. So you don't have to worry about
There's some
chasing
value to
versions.
that.
And I think that is really where, for $99 a year, it's extremely competitive. This is what people would pay to get access to movies online or music online anyway,
Right.
but you get your access to all the productivity.
Do they have a monthly billing or is it just a year?
They do have monthly. Monthly, it's $9.99, so you're better off buying it for a
Right.
year because really?
So scale of 1 to 10, 1 being don't even go that way, 10 being absolutely grab your credit card, run out and get it right now.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
No,
yet
I know.
Because
What-
so I think in terms of a value, I think it's a 9 or a 10 in terms of a value of what Microsoft is driving. But should you get it? This is a bigger question that we've even discussed on 12 Coaches, and I have elsewhere. I even tweeted it today. I'm like, really, Google Docs for free indefinitely versus $99 a year. And in terms of what most people use, unless you want that safety net of what Microsoft has to provide, I don't know if it's as an extreme of value as it would be to go with Google Docs instead. So there's a lot to weigh, but if you're worried or concerned or is it worth the money, I absolutely do believe that if you find value in this, it is worth the money.
So something to check out.
Yeah.
Good.